I'm putting Pentafrost NF, which is what the specified coolant is for this vehicle. The coolant from here, it pours, instead of into the reservoir, straight down that antifreeze line and into the engine block. There are mineral deposits in your tap water that will get onto the little fins inside of your radiator.
Think you know your way around a wrench? These 10 common DIY mistakes have even stumped experienced mechanics. From damaging your engine to creating hidden safety hazards, avoid these amateur pitfalls at all costs. Stick around if you care about protecting your vehicle and your bank account. Number 1, over-tightening lug nuts. Picture this. You're finishing up a tire change, tightening the lug nuts as hard as you can. More secure, right? Not exactly. Over-tightening can strip the threads, weaken the studs, or even crack the metal around them. And when that happens, your wheel could loosen while you're driving, a nightmare scenario for anyone on the road. The solution? A torque wrench? This simple tool ensures the optimal tightness for your lug nuts. Many pros also swear by the 3-squeak method. Tighten in small, incremental steps, listening for the slight creaks that signal progress without overdoing it. One driver in Michigan learned the hard way when over-tightened lug nuts damaged all 4 studs, costing $300 in repairs. Precision really matters. Speaking of precision, let's talk about oil. Number 2, using the wrong type of oil. You're standing in the oil aisle comparing prices, or maybe just grabbing the first bottle that seems close enough. After all, oil is oil, right? Wrong. Using the wrong type of oil can wreak havoc on your engine. The wrong viscosity might not flow properly, causing poor lubrication and overheating, while incorrect formulations can clog sensitive systems or fail under high pressure. Your car's manual outlines what your specific engine needs for a reason. Ignore it, and you're gambling with costly damage. Take, for example, a man in Texas who accidentally used conventional oil in an engine designed for synthetic. Within weeks, the engine seized, and the repair bill topped $6,000. Saving a few bucks up front? Definitely not worth it. Number 3, skipping torque specs. You're bolting parts back together and figure, hand tight should be fine. But here's the issue. When you skip torque specs, you're playing with structural integrity. Bolts that aren't tightened correctly can loosen over time, while over-tightened ones might shear under pressure. Either scenario can mean disaster for critical components. Torque specifications exist to ensure everything stays secure and functions safely without material fatigue. A torque wrench is your best friend here. It's not just about getting the job done, it's about getting it done right. Consider a case where an improperly secured engine mount created severe vibrations, eventually cracking nearby parts and leading to $1,200 in unexpected repairs. Cutting corners here isn't worth it. Let's shift to the basics of battery safety next. Number 4, disconnecting the battery improperly. You're fixing something under the hood and figure disconnecting the battery is simple. Just pull off a terminal and get to work. But disconnecting the positive terminal first? That's a mistake that can cause some major problems. Sparks, electrical surges, or even a battery explosion can be the result. If sparks jump, they can damage nearby components or create dangerous short circuits. The safe method is straightforward. Always disconnect the negative terminal first. This minimizes any electrical risk, as it cuts the grounding connection. When reconnecting, you reverse the order. Positive first, then negative. There have been cases where simple mistakes like this led to burns or fried electrical systems. A few extra seconds of care can avoid these costly accidents. If you think that's bad, let's move on to one of the costliest fluid mix-ups you can make. Number 5, mixing up brake fluid and oil. You're in a rush topping off fluids and accidentally pour oil into the brake fluid reservoir, or worse, brake fluid into the engine oil. It seems like a minor mix-up, but this simple mistake could lead to catastrophic consequences. Brake fluid is designed to withstand intense pressure and heat in hydraulic systems, while engine oil lubricates moving parts. Mixing them can cause seals to degrade. leading to leaks that compromise your braking system or engine performance. One driver learned this the hard way when contaminated brake lines led to a complete loss of stopping power on the freeway. The repair bill? Over $2,000, plus the towing cost. Double-checking labels takes only seconds, but could save you from a potentially fatal error. Speaking of brakes, there's another mistake you don't want to make. Number 6, installing brake pads backwards. You finished installing new brake pads, but something feels wrong during the test drive. Why? Because you've put the pads on backwards. This might sound rare, but it happens more often than you'd think, and the consequences are serious. Brake pads are designed with a specific orientation, usually with the friction material facing the rotor. Installed incorrectly, they can't make proper contact, reducing stopping power drastically. Worse, metal parts pressing against the rotors can lead to permanent damage. One driver learned this the hard way after backward pads caused grinding noises and a complete rotor failure within days, leaving them with a $1,500 repair bill. Avoid this by carefully checking alignment during installation. Now, let's discuss spark plug mishaps. Number 7, cross-threading spark plugs. You're replacing your spark plugs, giving one just a bit of extra tightening. But that tiny twist can result in a huge problem. Cross-threading occurs when the spark plug enters at the wrong angle, damaging the delicate threads in the cylinder head. Once stripped, the threads can no longer hold the spark plug securely, leading to compression leaks, misfires, and serious engine performance issues. To avoid this, always start threading by hand. If you feel resistance, stop and realign the plug. Tools like a spark plug socket with a rubber insert not only guide the plug straight, but also reduce the risk of error. One DIYer ignored this advice and ended up with a stripped cylinder head, costing them over $800 in repairs. Now let's focus on safety when lifting your car. Number 8, ignoring jack. Stand safety. You're under the car relying on just a jack to hold it up. It feels stable until it doesn't. Jacks aren't designed for long-term support, and any failure can send thousands of pounds crashing down. Ignoring jack stand safety risks catastrophic injury or worse. Jack stands provide a secure base, keeping the car stable even if the jack fails. But placement is key. Every car has reinforced jacking points specifically designed to bear its weight. Using an improper spot like the control arm isn't just unsafe, it almost guarantees instability. There are countless real-life accidents where skipping jack stands led to severe injuries, even fatalities. Cutting corners to save time simply isn't worth putting your life at risk. Speaking of risks, let's talk electronics next. Number 9, using household cleaners on electronics. You're wiping down your car's interior and figure. Why not use dish soap or window cleaner on those electronic screens? Seems harmless, but it's far from it. Household cleaners can strip away protective coatings, leading to discoloration and even corrosion over time. Worse, they can seep into cracks, shorting out circuits, and creating expensive electrical failures. Specialized automotive cleaners are designed specifically to protect these sensitive materials. Apply them to a clean microfiber cloth and gently wipe surfaces to avoid damage. One car owner who used dish soap on their screens noticed corrosion weeks later, resulting in nearly $1,000 for parts and replacements. Using the right tools preserves your investment. Now, let's tackle a cooling system mistake that's just as costly. Number 10, forgetting to bleed the cooling system. You've just replaced your coolant and think the job's done, but skipping one critical step, bleeding the cooling system can spell disaster. Trapped air pockets prevent the coolant from circulating properly, leading to localized overheating. These hot spots inside your engine may warp cylinder heads, blow gaskets, or, in worst cases, cause complete engine failure. The bleeding process isn't complicated and can save thousands in repairs. Locate the bleeding valve or the system's highest access point, open it, and slowly add coolant while the engine runs. When you see a steady, bubble-free flow, you're in the clear. One driver overlooked this step, only to face a blown head gasket and a hefty repair bill. Take those extra minutes. They're worth it. It's shocking how small mistakes, like skipping torque specs or picking the wrong oil, can lead to massive consequences for your car, and more importantly, your safety. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports that poor vehicle maintenance contributes to over 2,600 fatalities annually. That number isn't just a statistic, it's a reminder of what's at stake. Proper DIY car care requires more than enthusiasm. It demands understanding, tools, and patience. Whether you're an expert or a first-timer, prioritize research and caution with every repair. Even seasoned mechanics can misstep, so recognize your limits. Remember, one moment of carelessness can lead to lifelong regret.